Hello, Marvel Avengers fan. This is Fogbound Turtle, and today I wanted to show you my Hawkeye. Now, I've been playing on the Xbox for a little while, and I also had the Steam PC version, but thanks to Microsoft, now the PC version and the Xbox version can share a save if you have Game Pass, which I do. And this is my Hawkeye. I feel like it's a pretty good balance, tons of damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and show you this, and then I'm going to go and do some damage to some enemies, and then I'm gonna talk to you about
Alarm system
what I've done and why I think this is good. And you guys can comment on that. I call that the Duracell build because everything it does is actually battery damage.
Enemy sighted.
So if you don't know what it is, battery damage is when you stack status effect between hot and cold status, or negative or positive status, depending how you want to call them. And basically what it does is it creates a lot more damage. So of course this is Hawkeye, so this build is bag of trick focus, but I wanted to show you guys what you can do with this. So as you can see, I'm doing some pretty good number, but maybe not to my liking, so I'm just gonna continue doing this. As you can see, this is good. Actually, let me just try something real quick. I hope I didn't change something. No? Okay, all right. So you can see ton of damage.
Look for a chest containing special resources nearby.
Killed enemy, very easily. It also has close to 1500 in defense. So, from if you want to do OLT, this is a good build. See? Kill enemies, not even finishing my my bag of trick, and everybody's dying already. And so the yellow damage, obviously that's the battery damage. I mean, it's pretty darn good. Let me just finish this this portion here, and we'll and I feel I've been really lucky with the statistics and the gear I had with this one. So, all right, so let me walk you through this one. I'll take the mouse for this. So obviously range, it is Hawkeye. I do have some heroic, some valor. But so let's start. So split shot arrow and all my heavy combo finisher does gamma damage, and on top of that, this has a Jarvis barrier. So to begin, this is my base. Everything is based off. I do my bag of trick and I get my split shot arrow in, do some gamma damage. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna come back to the range equipment. So 10% damage reduction when lock-on is active, which is good. And then I get the night shield on top of that. So I have 15% that I have protection. That's on top of my Jarvis barrier. And then I increase the projectile fire by split shot arrow and splittering fire by 2. Amazing piece. And then the last piece is activating Hunter's arrow actively boosts the overcharge meter, and lock-on is triggered when fully overcharged. Another great thing. An extra night storm arrow, which I haven't even demonstrated yet, but I'll go that when I go into the skills. And then increase the numbers of targets the Hunter's arrow can hit by 3. Now all of this is awesome, but because it's battery damage, this is where everything adds just a little extra. So now I have range attack with razor arrow that deal vibranium, and my cluster arrow also deal vibranium. So that is the opposite effect of all my gamma. And then on top of that, what I've done is I took the Kimoyo band, which increased the amount of vibranium damage dealt by any attack by 30%. So it's battery damage, which is 100%, plus 30% of vibranium damage. Also, it increased the radius and damage of the vibranium status effect by 20% on top of that. And And I have Okoi that I can bring and help me out. So, which I barely use. And then, so my artifacts are increase attack for sprint and dodge, and increase critical chance for every combo finisher. Mostly precision, so I increase the number. Maybe I could use a better one here with more precision, but I feel this is really balanced. Let's go into the skills. So for specialties, so I use the Night Shield. So this is good. And then I use intrinsic gifts. So that's my Fire Devils. For my Night Storm arrow, remember I'm doing gamma damage. So when I do Night Storm on top of that, that's battery damage. And then increase the duration of your Night Storm arrow effect. So that means it does even more damage. As far as ultimate ability, I'm using the Twin Talon ones, which fires 2 Hunter's Arrow. And then I have Hunter Resolve, which recovers 5% of willpower. And let me go into the Mastery. I think this is where we get most of the damage. So increase critical chance for melee. I don't know. I think I took this one in case I was doing melee. The other ones were not really providing me with any benefit. So increase combo finisher by 15%. We have perform a takedown, force an enemy to drop a regen pack. They die way before I can do takedown. So every draw, obviously, because I want to increase damage and impact when enemy weak points. And I'm fully charged Razor Arrow, stagger nearby enemy. And increase the damage inflicted by both regular and charged cluster arrow by 20%. That is the big one here. I'm using intrinsic specializations. I didn't find anything else that I really like in here. I don't really use the boomerang arrow, so I went with this one. Intrinsic specializations and inflict 20% more stun damage to parry the enemy, because you can parry. The other ones didn't really speak to me. And for intrinsic overcharge, I increase melee attack and range attack damage by 10% when overcharge, which goes with the other thing. While overcharge, chance to draw to spawn an Eric orbs, and increase the lock-on buff duration when defeating by enemies by 2 seconds. So this is all good, and this is how I do this right now. I actually have some champion points I haven't even spent yet. I guess we're gonna increase willpower, but I hope this is good. Let me just show you all of that again, guys, by continuing on this one.
You can locate our stolen supplies.
We'll talk about the damage. Look at what I'm doing.
Commander. All units, move in.
Just let me just get
Approaching
this chest.
position.
I love this mission
security
because
up ahead.
it's really quick.
Then that's where you head
Everything is
first.
close by.
Never thought I'd
There's
say that.
always a chest to open, which is good for when you need to dismantle stuff.
All right up there?
Several
All right,
enemy
there we
units
go.
are guarding the area. They're transferring fuel to a nearby Quinjet. They're attempting to escape with some of the shield equipment.
You know what to do.
See, all the enemies are all defeated before you can even do anything to them. This is so good. Also, Bag of Trick is really effective against a shield. And now I could just finish them as long as they have gamma on them. And look at that.
Two to go.
Everything just dies. There we go. I mean, I know they're just 140 enemies right now,
There's a
but
chest with gear close
I get
by.
the same kind of effect against other enemies. As long as they have gamma, I'm doing battery damage to them. Let's see if we can do the... let me get this damage. Then we should have some enemies spawning, and then I'll show you if I can show you the Night Storm arrow as well. So enemies here, and then I just blaze them with gamma, and then everything dies. It really is a wonderful build. You do need a little bit of distance, but look how much the damage is not a huge number, but it's constant damage all the time. It's really fun to play. And you see my health has barely gone down so far. So sometimes you get that 50,000, 70,000 crit hit, like this 34,000. I mean, just the arrows itself is just... But hopefully, guys, you like this build. If you want to comment things I've done something wrong, let me know. And see you guys around.